try this again. But like we were saying, we're finna talk about covenants more. We're gonna dig in a little bit deeper to it. So we fixing to get started.
So the similarities between the covenant with Noah and a marriage, and as we discussed, a covenant is an agreement between two people. So both are initiated by God. Noah's covenant, which we can find in Genesis chapter 9,
8:17.
verses 8 through 17 reads, "And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, and from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth, and I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, and I will remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth."
I'm trying to get you in the frame, but it didn't work out like I wanted it to. I just flipped everybody upside down. Sorry about that.
So God initiates the covenant between us as individuals, just like he initiated the covenant between him and Noah. I hope everybody can see me.
Yeah, everybody can see you now. I was trying to get you in there and I flipped it and it didn't do right, so I just put it back like it was. I turned everybody upside down, or turned us upside down to them.
God promises to never destroy the earth. No, he promises never again to destroy all life with a flood, and seals it with the sign, which is the rainbow. So Genesis 9:9 says, "And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you." The similarity between Noah's covenant and a marriage is God as the author of covenant, not human. Each establishes a divine pattern of commitment and faithfulness. So just like with a marriage, we've got to be faithful to each other, and we got to be committed to each other.
That's right.
We see that God was committed to Noah after the flood. He promised to never destroy the earth again, and God has stood on his word.
I promise never to flood the earth again.
So the second similarity is both involve a lasting promise. With Noah's covenant, God promises never again to destroy the earth by flood, a lasting covenant with all creation. Genesis 9:17 reads, "And God said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth." And with a marriage, spouses promise a lifelong of faithfulness to each other, for better or for worse, until death do us part. Romans 7:2 reads, For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth, but if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. Malachi 2:14, which Alex read last week, but is back again. Yet ye say, Wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witnesses between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously, yet she is thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant. Both are permanent covenants, rooted in enduring commitment and faithfulness despite human failure. Last week before we got on, we were talking, and I was telling Alex, I remember when we first got married, which was back in 2010, the first time. You know, it was like marriage was not what it was supposed to be. It was like a marriage was more or less an accessory, something that you just bring out when you wanted it and you just put it away when there was no use of it. And it was just like, you know, we weren't being taught how to fight the right way, in lack of better words.
Right.
We don't fight we don't fight each other, we fight together.
That's
against things. And
we didn't know that. And I don't,
yeah,
not knocking parents or anything like that by no means, but we didn't really see that growing up, or I didn't. I'm speaking for me, I didn't. I seen that. Well, I can't say that. I did see that in my grandparents. I did. I seen that in my Granny Golden and my Pawpaw Golden, and my Granny Dover Riley and my Pawpaw C.H. Riley. I seen that in them. Them staying together. I mean, I knew they had hard times and stuff, and seen that they stayed together, married for years and years. I would like to say this though, we were talking about the rainbow a while ago, and it just dawned on me. I don't know, everybody else might have done looked at it like this. I hadn't, but God gave the rainbow as a promise. That's, to me, that's the same thing we do with the ring. We give the ring to our spouse as a promise. So I could see the similarities there in that. I don't know if anybody else has ever looked at it like that or not.
that's good. Yeah. But yeah, that marriage was, like I was saying, me and him talked about, that marriage was just an accessory. You know, it wasn't taken very serious, and it should be taken serious, because you're coming into agreement with somebody else saying, no matter what life throws at us, no matter what situation we're facing or will face, going to face, I will stand with you, I will stand beside you, and I will be your backbone. I will help you and encourage you. But like I was saying back then, it was just, like I was saying, an accessory. We put it away when we didn't need it. We pulled it out when we wanted to use it. So, moving on. Both have a sign or symbol, and Noah's covenant was a sign, the rainbow. The rainbow represents God's mercy and remembrance of his promise. In Genesis 9:13-16 says, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth, and it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall be no more, become a flood to destroy all flesh, and the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature
Why does it keep cutting
of all flesh that is upon the earth.
Let's move. Are we back now?
Can y'all see us? Can y'all hear us?
Somebody? Anybody? Say something. I keep cutting in and out. I'm trying to see now if it's back. She's okay.
Okay.
All right, we back.
Okay. So,
I had a thought when you said something about mercy and grace.
Yeah.
That's something that us as spouses need to give one another also, because we talked about it earlier when we I think it was the second video we did. We talked about the husband supposed to love the wife like Christ loves the church, and Christ does give mercy and grace to the church, and we should also do the same with our spouses. We should be merciful and graceful, and understanding, that they're gonna have downfalls. We're gonna have downfalls.
mm-hmm.
That's where that patience and kindness and all comes into play also.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, a marriage covenant, the sign is the ring, symbolizing eternal unity and a covenant of faithfulness. Each covenant has a visible reminder of an invisible promise pointing back to faithfulness and love. So just like you were saying earlier, the rainbow was God's promise.
Yeah.
And when we exchange rings, we promise to each other. The words were taken, and the words we're exchanging, we're taking a promise.
Yeah.
And
that's right, and it's sealing that promise, just like the rainbow sealed the promise of He would not flood the earth again.
That's right. That's good. Yeah, He was sealing the promise, just like we sealed the promise between us on our wedding day.
As a matter of fact, I think some wedding vows even say that this ring was going to seal the promise that y'all have made to each other, or something like that.
Both represent salvation and a renewal. Noah's covenant, after the flood, comes a new beginning, a rebirth of humanity under God's mercy. The marriage represents a new beginning, two becoming one, starting a new family and covenant life under God. Both point to God's redemption and restoration after chaos or judgment. Not too long ago, Alex and I, we just had a wedding renewal. We've never had a wedding. I call it a redneck wedding that we always have.
Yeah, our first wedding, I'll give y'all a little bit of that. Our first wedding, we was going to have a reception. We were supposed to go to the courthouse, get married, just me, her mom, my mom. Well, the judge walked out of his office. We get married in the judge's office. The judge walks out of his office, comes back in there and tells us that he cannot marry us in his office. And we didn't know why. And we walked out in the courtroom, or the hallway out there. It cut out again.
Y'all see us again?
Y'all see us again? See us, hear us. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Are we back where y'all can hear us now? Maybe. Let's move, cause that's about to make me mad.